That's great.
And hello. Thanks for rocking with us and clicking on our faces. Tonight, we are talking about the second half of season 2 of Invincible. Now, it just aired today. I want to say it dropped around midnight-ish. And we all watched it. We hope you did as well, because this is going to be a full spoiler review and breakdown. So grab your wine, grab your water, grab whatever you have, and let's.
I have tea.
I got it.
Shout out to our boy Silhouetted Animator for returning. What's up? What's
Thank
up?
you,
What's up? Nice to see you.
You know, we should give 2 shout outs because, right, it's great to see Silhouette, the animator. Thank you. We see that he was in the chat saying, first, he wanted to make sure we were good. And he also apologized for not being for Superman Lois, but we hope to catch you next week, Silhouette. But also, we got to give a shout out to our homeboy right here, J40. He's joining us, the trio. He is here.
What's up,
right?
Man?
I mean, we didn't have a good opportunity because we jumped right into have this introduction. I know you guys met one time, right? Because when we were at the karaoke, right? So I know you two gents met. So yeah, so we wanted to throw all that out. Spoiler. We should have a spoiler thing going, but with, like, you know how like Invincible is like always bloody, but it says spoiler, but with blood.
I like
Yes,
that.
spoilers.
Throw it out there.
Was a dog choking? What was that?
That was old boy choking in the episode. What was his name with the glasses?
Oh, Donald.
Yes.
Oh, I love that scene so much. I'm sorry. It cracked me up because he asked for help and everyone kept ignoring him. I love that. I don't know why, but
I felt bad for him. I really did feel bad for him.
See, that's how I knew it was like a dream. I was like, ain't no way nobody's turning around and this man howling and screaming and everything. But
I don't know. I mean,
it's funny because he's like, that guy's like RoboCop now, like, and he found out that shit is wild. Like the way that they set that up. This episode was messy.
Yes, very much messy.
It's more like baby mama drama right now.
Yes.
Baby mama drama.
Speaking of Mark,
we drama on Maury. Sorry.
We open up and Mark is still on the planet from before with the little ant aliens, right? And he's trying to help them rebuild in the wake of the Viltrumite attack. Just a quick recap: Omni-Man was taken to be executed back on his planet, and Mark was given like a timeline of a time period in order to like get things in order so he can start working with the Viltrumite. He was like, "Yeah, you about to be with us, right?" But he helps the ant people kind of rebuild. And in the midst of that, because they age at a much more accelerated rate than we do, they're getting older. It's been a couple like months have passed. They're getting old tail. And
this is
Mark
wild.
Yes.
I'm sorry, it is wild because when you see the mama, right? Because like I remember watching real quick. I just want to talk Anima real quick because you were talking about after they got their ass kicked, and I forgot all about this, but I thought it was hilarious when Anima got his ass kicked. Mark, read my books. Mark. Read my books. It's like I guess that was very important to him, but obviously that's going to play a part into later into the season. But seeing them age so fast, because I said I just blinked. Why is she so old? And she even says, "Mark, look." I'm sorry, I have to say Mark like that. Mark, look at me. Mark, look at me. Mark, look at me. You think I leave my child like this? I said, "Oh my God!" If she coughs, that might be it.
And it's been like 2 months. He been there on the planet, right?
Yeah, it's only 2 months.
Shout out to Silhouette. He said they have a 9-month lifespan, so 2 months out of their 9-month life. That's a heck of a chunk.
So
I mean, it makes sense though because there's a lot of bugs that have short lifespans. So like it's very earthy. You know what I mean? Like bees only really last like 6 weeks. Mosquitoes last like a week. You know what I mean? So like
that butterfly lasts for like 2 days.
It's just weird how like Omni-Man went to another planet and dived into a buggy pool, and I got.
You know what? You know what's. Go ahead.
How can you like get in a mix with that like
he a nasty man. That's why
he was just tonguing her down like.
If I can say something real quick, when Mark saw his dad, he said, "Hey, Dad, you're bugging."
Oh,
yeah. That was like a Laffy Taffy corn joke. Where's the corn?
No.
Rapidly, she wanted Mark to take his brother because she's aging. Omni-Man's not here to take care of him, and he does it. He takes the brother back to his mama's house.
Purple Boy.
Which I'm thinking, this can't be. I cannot believe he did this to his mama, who's still grieving the loss of her husband and the shattering of her whole world. And then you want to bring his side baby back to my house?
Baby, you had nothing. I hear what you're saying about that, but can I just sit here and say the grace of I'm sorry, what's the mother's name? I'm blanking on her name. But is it Debbie? It's Debbie, right?
Debbie. Yeah.
Okay. No, but the grace of her, because I hear what you're saying. A lot of people wouldn't be able to deal with that. But for her to sit here and she aired her grievances and said, Omni-Man, I forgot to give his act. Nolan, he's not going to get away for all the damage that he has done. But I guess she looked at it like, well, this child had nothing to do with it, and realized that. And I feel like she saw some of herself and Mark when Mark was holding Purple Boy. So I hear what you're saying, but I think I don't know.
I'm tired of these women having to have so much grace in these goddamn shows. First, what's her name in Superman Lois? Now Debbie. When can these women have time to take care of themselves? They're always having to put themselves.
She was in the beginning, she basically got dropped up by her coworker. Then he says something to basically change her whole mood.
No, he told her, "Don't bring your ass around group anymore. We know who your husband was. Get out." That's what he told her.
He talking about the coworker.
Yeah, the coworker that dropped her back home.
The coworker, the real.
Oh, you're talking about this episode? Yeah.
He's the real little flirts there,
he was. Even the one who gave the wine.
He was trying to get some.
Oh, he was.
All the men see that.
So one person in her life did something nice for her since her world is shattered, and suddenly she got to take in her husband's
she's more angry. I think she's more angry. It's not grieving. I think she just want him dead. Now she sees that
that's part of the grieving process.
I think, I was gonna say this.
Can you blame her though? After 20 years of lives, who the fuck did I marry?
And then he called you a pet?
Facts.
And then you have to take care of his break baby.
Well, she doesn't have to. She doesn't have to.
But Mark should have. He saw how much his mother was suffering over this. How she, she's going through her process, and he still decides to bring this baby home. And I said he at least could have lied and said that was his baby. So I don't know. Don't tell him it's your.
No, come on. No.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Yes, please.
Mark is dating who again?
Amber.
Right?
Oh, girl, but she ain't about to put up with him for too much longer. I tell you that.
I mean, Amber got an issue. She she didn't like the type of work that he do. She said he was a liar. He was trying to tell her, and she didn't really appreciate anything that he was really doing for her.
Are you talking about Mark and Amber?
Yeah, he really tried to and she really then she tried to be understanding, but really didn't really understand. He was going for 2 months, right?
Yeah.
So understand that gap. All right, cool. But in the beginning of the series, he really was trying to show her, yo, I can be there, and he was trying, and she think he wasn't.
Right.
But I'm just saying.
But look, her grandfather died.
Yeah.
Her grandfather died. She had a real grievance. She had a hardcore grievance, and he wasn't around, and she had no way to communicate with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Who knows?
And also, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Vic. I didn't mean to.
No, I was just gonna say, who knows if there's another shoulder that she went to cry on in the meantime.
There was a part where she was on the phone with somebody, but it was her girlfriend. That's what I was like.
She has to have a community because who's she gonna lean on? Mark, who's never there. I don't feel like
but those people that were there, who were they?
her friends. She needs
No, all
outside
I'm saying is that
friends.
we never saw them before. That's what I'm saying. Like we never saw those people before.
Well, there wasn't important before, but then you got to remember too those 2 months that Mark was away. She had to. I kind of see what she is saying, where she had to kind of develop her own outside life. Her I messed up the word. Individuality is the word I was trying to look for.
She's just
And she had,
waiting around for Mark to come home. You know, looking out the window at the stars, wondering if he's about to be here tonight.
But,
Like, no,
you know-
she needs.
I wonder if he's one of the stars.
But you know what also made it worse. He was trying to tell her he loves her while he was basically flying away, and he lost signal. You know when if you can't get that last "I love you," all right, he ain't coming back anytime soon. Something bad's gonna happen.
No, but here's the other thing: he wasn't even trying to come back from the
Yeah,
beginning.
it's true.
He wasn't even trying
That's
to
true.
come back. It was the bug, his bug stepmother that told him to come back.
I love her, by the way. Like
She
You know what I mean?
she identifies as she has a name.
I loved his stepmama. All right, his stepmama was really cool, man. Like
She was. No, she was. I
Like,
agree.
I mean, she had a lot of wisdom. You know, she aged really fast.
I mean, and she
Oh yeah,
said,
when you're already 90 after 8 months, yeah, I think you would.
So here's the thing, though, with the little boy, the little brother coming to live on Earth, he will grow up not knowing what his mother and people look like. So imagine him coming back to the planet,
Yep,
and seeing that his half of himself looks like alien ants. Can you imagine?
Oh, you mean was that like the culture shock, right?
Yes, because it's like someone say, okay, baby, you're not from this planet. He clearly knows he's purple, right? But
Does he?
you're thinking, yes, you're thinking, okay, if Superman, if he had to be like, okay, he's lived his whole life on Earth, which is practically what this little boy will be doing, and he finds out he's an alien, and he goes to see, unlike Superman, he has the ability to go and see his planet and see where his people are from, and he goes there, and his ants. It's like insects. That wouldn't like mind fuck you guys. I'm like, dang, this is what I could have looked like.
Not without
It really
protection, no.
depends. It really depends. 'Cause if they tell him the truth from when he's young, then probably not. But if he just finds out of nowhere, you know what I mean? Then it'll be a problem. It'll probably be like if, for example, if they never knew Omni-Man was Omni-Man, and Omni-Man was just running around like a Clark Kent, you know, with no powers, and then all of a sudden, like, who are you? You know what I mean? It all depends on what happens, in my opinion. Because I see what you're saying. Like if he all of a sudden gets powers, and then all of a sudden he wants to find out, and then finds out that he's a bug, that'll mind fuck him. Yeah, that'll definitely mind fuck him. But if they tell him,
like,
then like, hey, listen, I brought you over because you know all your mama was dying and she was a bug. Okay.
I mean,
and you don't know. We don't know what he's gonna grow though. He might grow one of those.
Yeah, they did say that he's gonna grow. He's not gonna be a toddler for long.
I mean, and it's
he's
kind
gonna
of
age
sad.
fast. Yeah,
And it's kind of sad. Like, will he die before his brother?
maybe. You never know. He might make it just to 30 or something. That's another one. We don't know.
He did say he aged faster than Mark, and that he wouldn't be that age for long. So yeah,
but slower than the ant colony.
Yeah, but you know, slower than 9 months could be anything. You know.
But wait, how long does Omni-Man's people live?
Thousands of years. They can live forever.
All right, so it might be somewhere in the middle.
It's the power of the mustache.
It's definitely the mustache. You're right.
It's the power of the mustache.
Speaking of the mustache, oh boy, hanging out with what's his name? What was that alien name with the one eye? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Alan.
Alan, yeah, Alan.
Oh, you want to jump right into that? Yep.
Oh, Seth Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah, last time we met.
That's really Seth Rogen. You know. Go ahead.
We were hanging out with Alan. He got the snits beat out of him. Right, he was in this chamber, the oxygen tank, trying to recover.
Homeboy looked like he just went and walked down the streets of the Bronx. Yeah, he got his ass whipped.
And you know, we saw that this guy with the beard, he turned off the oxygen tank. He was just about to let him die, but we saw he.
We talk about Ganondorf, right?
Yeah, Ganondorf. But was he really though? Because he snatched that damn beard off so quick. It was like, what was it, glued on?
You know what cracks me up though? I'm sorry. This made me laugh. He took it off because Alan says, "If I see another vulture knight, He says, so I said, so if you have a mustache, you're a vulture night. Because when he did it, like,
right.
he got shook. He's like, oh. He got really frightened.
Well, and he's the one that said that there's a snitch in the group, basically.
Yes.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah, he was like,
I forgot about that.
He was like, it's a snitch in the group. Then when he was trying to tell his girl, he said, well, and then he just got jumped right there. He didn't get 2 words in, got jumped. Then he looked at his girl, smiled, and took that ass whooping with pride.
But now, was he the snitch?
Yeah, I feel like he was.
I feel like he was too dumb.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like he just made some idiotic moves because
the guy who pulled his beard off.
Yeah,
Ganondorf.
Wait. We talking about the same people? Are we talking about the Martian? Wait, we talking about the Martian?
Yeah, Alan the Martian was saying that there's a snitch in their group. There's a mole.
Yeah, and that mole was that guy who led them into getting the rocket hit by the rocket. Well, because
no, that's the other Martian. He's talking about Martian Manhunter for the Guardians. Yeah, you're talking about Alan. We're talking about Seth. You said it, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, we talking about my bad.
Oh yeah.
So, but I'm like, is Ganondorf the snitch? Because if he is, he blew his cover. Like, is it really? Was it really him?
Come on, he came in and trying to kill him. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, come on.
But no, he said it was like, okay, well, either you'll fight through and be stronger, or you'll, So is it really the girlfriend who's the snitch, or was this like, a flip on his head?
I mean, you see here, man.
Maybe the writers don't know what they're doing because I'm lost.
Yeah,
because I don't think it's the girlfriend. And then when we're talking about Ganondorf, I mean, because that was cold. I mean, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I took a chance on your life." And the thing is, too, Alan could have died, right? Obviously, he could have died because he took off the oxygen. But then you see Alan coming back. I don't think his whole goal was to try to get Alan to be that jacked, because Alan came out and he was jacked. And I forgot.
Yeah. He did some Dragon Ball Z training right there in the time chamber.
Oh, he was in the hyperbolical chamber or whatnot.
Yeah, hyperbolic time chamber.
Good job.
So maybe he's to the point where he's powerful to take on at least one Viltrumite by himself single-handedly. I hope so, man. I'm pushing for Alan.
I doubt it.
Don't be sorry, Silhouette.
He's already the most powerful of his people, and coming out of there, maybe I don't know. I'm just hoping. I want to win for him so bad.
I'm be honest. I like his character a lot. Like, he's like, to me, he reminds me like a friend you can chill with, who would like stand up for you and everything else. But he's getting an eyeball knocked back out. I'm be honest with you. his eyeball is getting knocked out again. I'm sorry.
In fact,
I love him. I love him.
I hope not. But we do get to see Adam Eve again. She's still living back with her parents,
that father is such a jerk.
Can we talk about that real quick?
Please, take the floor.
Yeah.
All right, so watching the first half of it, the dad is a straight. I'm gonna say dick. He's a straight dick.
Like, you say dick.
She's been trying to basically, be normal, and she had a friend, and every time she's trying to do something good, it's like he keeps shooting her down, her confidence and everything. So I see why she acts out a lot, or trying to look for love and or a friend group, and she don't trust people. But honestly, if I meet her dad on the street, we throwing hands, bro. We throwing hands.
Well, no, he's a dick, but I think it was important we throw this out. That's her stepdad. Yeah, no, he's a total dick. Like he's such a jerk. I mean, just you could tell he's a hater. You could tell that he just anything that she does. As a matter of fact, too, I mean, not for nothing. I don't mean. Sure, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Yeah, no, finish.
Oh, I just want to say, I'm not trying to sit here and shame people, right? But they look like they got fatter. Like, I was looking at this thing, and as I'm watching, I said, did the mother get fatter? And did this guy, and I know the father got fat. I can hear him getting fatter.
He did look like fat, like he got in lot.
Yeah, he looked like you could tell that he needs to really lift up the layers just to make sure he don't stink. Because besides his attitude, he definitely stinks. But yeah, the father's a dick. But go ahead, Vic.
I mean, all right. The only thing that I can sympathize with is a guy that is responsible for a kid that he can't control. Because she has powers and she has all of these things. But legally, as a father, you're at least the guy that signed the paper, you're responsible. So he has a certain level of responsibility towards his child. Once she gets a little bit older, that's different, you know. But he clearly he cares enough to get upset, and he's doing and saying anything that he can to try to control this child. And the thing about it is just that, she doesn't know everything. She doesn't have experience. She's super curious, and she always wants to try something, even though her heart is in the right place. But just because, all right, your heart is in the right place, but you don't know anything about infrastructure. So because you don't know anything about infrastructure, those buildings came down. You know what I mean? And this is how you're learning. So there were certain parts where he was right about, the things that he was saying, because she's still a kid. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. She's still a kid. The same thing with Invincible. So I can sympathize with him on that, but clearly his approach was just terrible, because the effects was just that she ran away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like, what do you do in a situation like that?
Easy.
As a father, like, what do you do? Just stay back and say nothing? Because you were stepdad?
What about this though? Like, she was when she had a babysitter, and she was basically building up like molecules and stuff like atoms, and she basically taught the babysitter how to pass this test and everything else. And he's basically like, yo, this is this is that. Like, why won't you get excited? Like, you got a smart, like a smart kid. Like, like, be proud right there. That's a moment. Like, oh, did she knows this? Like, Bond, I would have given your daughter like confidence. Like, he would like, Bond, like, you gotta nurture that. You know what I mean? He didn't even try to nurture this. Like, let's shut her out. Let's not really show her what she's doing is wrong. But like you said, her heart was in the right place. I just feel like he don't like superhuman people. I feel like maybe he knows the truth. Or maybe, I'll be honest, I think he might be working with the government and trying to get her powers under control. But I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. He reminds me of like Stryker from X-Men 97. You know, like anti-mutant guy. Yeah. That makes sense.
But speaking of Rex and them, right? Rex, he and the crew, we're seeing them train more. They got these new members, are trying to get them into shape. What's his name, Immortal, and a couple others, and they're going through training. And Monster Girl is also going through training, but Mr. Robot is being overprotective, saying, hey, her powers is going to degrade her. Why you got her out here training like everybody else? And she wasn't having that. She was like, look, you get like this after one day. You're being very controlling. You're overstepping. It's freaking me out. Chill. And I don't understand how she didn't see what a clearly possessive and like obsessive character he was, given the fact that he stole Rex's whole personality to be a real boy so she can hook up with her. Like, it's giving, very much crazy. And he's slowly showing his true colors. I'm hoping that she realizes that he's a weirdo.
How can he not be a weirdo? He never had feelings before.
That's a valid point.
He's a robot. He doesn't know what it is. You think you expect this dude to have swag?
He had enough feelings to be like, "Ooh, I want him. Let me get a real body." He had enough.
You gotta earn swag with some bumps.
He had a what? Is that again, J40? He had a what?
He never had it. He never tasted a cheeseburger before. Like, he's trying to learn. He's trying to learn how to be a
matter of fact. I like that you mentioned that, because it was one episode, I forget what it was, but he mentioned how he experienced adrenaline for the first time, and she had to say, well, that's fear, that's adrenaline, because he's not accustomed to that. So I think it goes back to kind of, I think he's a robot. I'm going to talk to Alexa later.
We learned this in season 1. He's sketchy. I don't know why you guys are giving him a pass. He's a
robot.
No, he can relate to her though. He can relate to her.
I don't trust him. I don't trust him as far as.
Well, I think at the end of the story, don't date a robot.
Yeah,
don't go to that. Don't date a robot, because they don't have the same feelings as us.
Yeah. So
their feelings. Watch out for AI. Don't start dating AI. Shout out to the movie Her.
Oh, snap. That was a good one. It might be happening. AI is getting smarter and smarter.
That is happening. There's already apps like Replica that, you talk to your girlfriend $50 a month.
Technically,
no comic spoiler. And then he
They
says,
made some
"Stay
dogs. They
tuned."
made some dogs. Right? They made some
Ooh,
dogs.
okay.
Say, "Stay tuned."
I already know Robot is a snake. I don't know how y'all don't.
He's actually a robot.
But speaking of, the rest of the crew and
I'm patting myself on the back. I don't care.
different things. Martian. Now this is the other Martian. He comes clean. He's like, yeah, guys, I'm not a real human from Earth.
But can you back up a little bit? Because I think it was hilarious because his cover's blown in that fight. And I forget what the black dude name was who saw him. Is it Black Sansom or something like that? Yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah, Luke Cage. Yeah. Well, what she said, Luke Cage, but Black Samson. And he sees it. And when the mission is being revealed to them, I thought it was hilarious when he stepped up behind him and said, someone knows a little bit about something about Mars. And that's when he comes out and say it. He's getting ready to say it, to which Cecil says, we all know that you are Martian. And I'm laughing because, of course, they don't tell the black guy anything because we're always the last to know. And he's like, wait, everyone knew? Ah, son of a bitch. I thought that was hilarious. Always the last to know.
That shit was funny. He was looking around like, really? Oh, you motherfucker?
I thought he was going to drop another word, but I guess they said we can't say that here. But
everyone knew but him apparently. But he gave his whole backstory. He was like, yeah, I was an alien and we had these little, whatever other kind of aliens that they enslaved. And they had an uprising after he left the body there for them to
that was hilarious, man.
That was not that poor astronaut. He got attacked by this alien.
No, but it was funny because he was like, it looked like he wanted to help him because he put his hand out and then he just hit him in the head with a freaking bat.
See,
like I thought that was awful.
That's why you don't help people right there. Lesson.
Oh, listen, as a New Yorker who takes the E train, that's why I always close my eyes so I don't have to see anything.
Right.
That's
right. That's I'm like this.
Word. That's the best way to avoid the kids with the candy.
Mm-hmm. Or people who wants a seat.
Yeah. And the aliens, the little enslaved aliens, they take his body and they have an uprising. And I almost feel bad for him because it's like, it kind of reminds me of that, the Suicide Squad, the second Suicide Squad.
Yeah, or with the stars, with the starfish. Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of that. So Cecil tells the crew, like, look, half of y'all got to stay here, half of y'all, we got to take care of these aliens.
This alien, yeah.
Yeah, because if so, they're going to take over the whole, everybody. He enlists Invincible to come out to space again, even though he just
kind of didn't even give him a choice, honestly.
Yeah, no, he's enslaved.
Cecil's all about, listen, we're doing this.
He's enslaved to Cecil. And he Invincible tells his girl that I've got to go again. Sorry, babe, just got back, but deuces.
Sorry, babe.
So they go to this other planet. Adam Eve is invited as well via Rex. She puts on her her super suit, giving very much Jean Grey and Dark Phoenix at the end when the spaceship explodes. But they find themselves on that planet and they just kind of were outnumbered, as the Martian tried to warn them about. And from the beginning, he said, look, there are millions of those things. And, it's only 5 of us going, but they still thought they were, the biggest, baddest things in the universe. And now look at them, just in shambles. And back on Earth, we got Rex. We got little shrinking Ray girl. I don't forget her name.
Shrink Ray or something like that.
Yeah. And Multiply, whatever her name is.
Ah, man, I was mad.
This was wild right here. You know what? I think this was a great way to kick off the second part of this season because a lot of times the heroes, I mean, they've been outnumbered but they've always found a way to win, right? They've always found a way to win. How are they going to find a way to win? I want to talk a little bit about this part right here about the heroes that were still on Earth, talking about Rex, Shrink Ray, and Multiplier, and they're facing the Snake Gang. I feel like they're the more valid version of the Gangrene Gang from the Powerpuff Girls.
They were completely unprepared.
These guys were no joke.
Yeah, these guys coming in like trained goddamn Marines practically, and the way that they took them out was so bloody. It very much reminded me of the first episode of Invincible. Way Omnium was taking out everybody. Especially the death that got me the most was when Shrink Ray went in the body and you could see her trying to, enhance her size and get out, and dude just like crushed her from the inside. I was like, damn, golly.
That was crazy.
It reminds me of that episode of The Boys when the guy basically shrunk down and went inside and basically sneezed. So I was like, dang.
I'm glad that you mentioned that part, because there was a spot where after Duplicate, and thank you Silhouette, because it's Duplicate and Shrinking Ray. But there's a spot and I watched Gen V, and there's a character named Emma, and she shrinks, and she goes into someone's like eardrums or in the air, and then pops out, and she's all bloody. And I kind of got that same thing when I saw Shrink Ray do it, because when she got out of the eye, she saw the blood dripping on her, and that was just before her death. And I mean, I think once I saw Duplicate get killed, I was like, whoa, didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
and I thought they would struggle. I did think they would struggle, but I didn't think they were going to get flat out killed.
They not scared to take people out in this show, which is
in this show, it's like the heroes really suck at their jobs.
Facts, because Gambit got no hands right now. Like,
it's like I'm waiting to see they get their ass kicked in this, and it's like I like the villains more than the superheroes. That's Mark be holding back his strength. His dad told him in the last season, like, yo, fight like us. Yeah, fight like us. If you had did that, my back won't be broken. You know what I mean? Like, come on, my back. So it's like, Mark, this really go crazy, man. Kill. I feel like if he get his first kill, he would like basically be like baptized. Like,
baptized in the death.
And I like ripping people apart. Let's do this. Let's go.
But when we finally get to Rex, he's fighting the last dude, right? Mm-hmm. Pulling off his little what's it called? It's like Gambit, like throwing the cards or whatever, right?
I call them candy poppers.
Candy poppers, yeah, whatever they are. And the thing just grabs his hand and devours it. So he has no hand. Luckily, the little whatever candy poppers was in it blew up his head. But I'm like, dang, he lost his hand. And the first guy was the prince, or whatever his name is. He comes out with the Glock to his head. Now, did he what do you think's gonna happen? Because I don't think did he die?
I think Rex is gonna find a way out. Like, I didn't read the comics, so this is just a guess on my end. But I think that he's gonna find a way to get out of it, because he's the last survivor. And I think this is actually going to build to something with Rex, because one of the things about Rex's character is that he's such I say jokester, but he always makes jokes. He's full of himself. I think this is going to be this it's going to create this arc for him where it leads to a change. I don't know how any other word to word it, but to answer your question,
he's definitely doing a face turn. I see you.
Mm-hmm.
I see you.
Good job.
He's doing a face turn.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because he's you know why I see that? When he went to go see Adam Eve, he gave her like a motivational speech, which is out of character for him. So I definitely see him. And then and then the thing is that I'm certain that this loss that he just took, you could see how Duplicate's death really hurt him when it happened, and everybody else's death is gonna hurt him. I got a feeling the guy is gonna stop joking around so much, and he's gonna mature a little bit.
My thing is,
if we doing predictions, I think that Cecil gonna get his hands on that little boy. The youngest brother, the little brother, purple boy.
Oh yes, he's
gonna
do all kinds of
it. Mark strings, and it's not. It's a little different.
But he's doing it now with Debbie too.
Nah, he's going straight to Bias Whale on that little boy. He's gonna do all kinds of experiments. Get his
strings and that little boy.
So you wanna know my theory is?
Sure.
What?
I feel like my theory is Cecil is going to try to use that little boy to get like blood samples from a butcher Mike and try to come up with a drug to kill him off.
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's like because like I'm like it
I think he was train him up.
It makes sense. He can't control Mark.
Exactly.
He's always trying to control Mark. He tried to control Omni-Man. He can't control Mark, so he got to find the kryptonite. That makes sense. Maybe that purple blood will be it.
It's like, come on. One, Cecil's not a good guy. Period. He lies.
No, yeah, no, he's full of. I mean, he lied to Donald. I mean, I like the scene. I just want to touch on this a little bit, but I liked where Donald, when he comes in and he's like, "I want the room now," because Donald is kind of a background character, so he doesn't really say a whole lot. But for him to actually stand up and be like, "Well, what the hell is this?" and he shows his wrist, and he's like a robot or an android. I don't know how you guys would want to word it. And Cecil is telling him everything. And do I think Cecil's telling somewhat of the truth? Sure. I think he's holding something back, though, because I just don't trust anything Cecil says.
But here's the thing. Cecil is always holding something back. Because look, he was like, I thought we had clear. I thought everybody.
Of course you do.
Wait, look, I thought everybody had clearance to the White Room. You had some clearance. You know what I mean? And then he showed him the rest of the white. Like Cecil's got so many secrets and so many things that he's got to hide. I'd hate to be in his spot. I really would. I would hate to be in that guy's spot.
The Nick Fury of this universe. He gotta get shit done. Yeah, and he gets it done. Not everybody need to know everything. Not everybody's on the security clearance, if you will.
That's right.
So somebody got to be the brains.
I like Caesar, but he need to die. He need to die. Cecil need to die.
I don't think so.
No, because the thing is that listen, you cut off Cecil's head, there's gonna be another Cecil. Cecil works for somebody.
I love how you made him like a reptile. Like he just like his old skin sheds, but the new skin comes out. I love that. Right. That's great.
Cecil is a necessary evil. Not everything is pretty and tied up in a bow. Somebody got to do the dirty work and think about the plans and do everything. And it's Cecil, and I mess with him. So but that was the show. Hey, what's up? And if you enjoyed the show, if you enjoyed the video, please like the video. Join us for another Invincible, recap review show after show next Thursday. And
hold up, we are burying the lead here because the Trio of Destiny, we do stuff here on Unpopular View, entertainment here, because we're doing Invincible, but what else are we doing, C? What are we doing, guys? What do we do on Wednesdays?
We are also doing a Superman and Lois season 3 recap. We're talking about each episode in preparation for season 4, the release of season 4, which is happening, I want to say, next month. So,
they said the fall.
The fall?
They said when I looked it up because I was curious myself, talking about Superman and Lois. They said the fall of 2024.
Oh wow! Okay, well it's a little.
So we got some time.
Than I thought, but you can join us and we can recap it and relive it together before season 4.
You mean that Sailor Moon Superman?
No, not Sailor Moon Superman. Even though
we did that one. Oh yeah, we did that one. Yeah.
That was my adventures with Superman. This one is Superman and Lois. It comes on the CW. It's like a more mature Superman with his. And
it's a fun watch, honestly. I mean, going through episodes, I watched yesterday, so I know I watched what episode went on 7. So I look forward to talking with you guys next week. And Silhouette, our guy Silhouette, saying his guest is September the earliest. So once we get a date, we'll
be show that's messy. It's just so messy, that show.
So J40, let the people know where they can follow you.
Yes, sir. Please.
Thank you, guys. So y'all can follow me on J40 Royal Dice Boys or the Royal Dice Manga page on IG, and that's it, honestly.
All right.
You know what? He's being quite the gentleman. I'm sorry that I'm taking over and talking so much, but this guy's an artist. This guy's just a creative mind. Follow this guy's Instagram, and you will not be disappointed.
Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot.
And see ya. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later.
I ran all out of tea, so I'm glad this is over because I gotta get some more tea.
I got the best.